You decide to use your phone just for a while, but somehow you can't stop yourself and you keep going because you get dopamine. But the more you try to control your brain, the more distracted it gets, and it runs towards the activities which give you dopamine. And if you let your mind take control, you will end up just like the 99% with an unsatisfied life. To be that 1%, you need to be the person to make your mind your slave. But it's not as easy as you think. Our brains today are a complete mess, filled with insane distractions and overcomplicated information. To fully control your mind, you need to get rid of all that noise. And to do that, you first need to understand how your mind works as a Homo sapien. Back in history, when we were apes, we only cared about two things: survival and reproduction. Things like digestion, filtration, nutrition, and adapting to different environments, our bodies handled them automatically. But when it came to survival, our brains had to step in. They told us what to eat, sent instructions for hunting, and rewarded us with dopamine when we did something useful. Our minds were trained so hard that we never craved temporary satisfaction. Our instincts were sharp, our testosterone levels unmatched. From an early age, we understood the brutality of nature and the purpose of our existence. We evolved, became more productive, and learned to use everything efficiently. But that's where things started to go wrong. As society progressed, our attention and priorities scattered. What once required just a few survival instincts now demands complex thinking. Life became easier, but our brains got weaker. Instead of seeking real challenges, we started chasing cheap dopamine. And we all know that it's the reason we are here, to kill the dopamine addiction. And let me be very clear with you, if you stayed till this part of the video, you are halfway to taking control of your mind. The key to controlling your mind lies in the way our mind was under control from the prehistoric era, and you already know that now. So why don't you just relax and listen to me very carefully, because after this, you're gonna thank me. Now, we all know that our mind was so controlled because it never had the addiction to take temporary dopamine from any means. It just had to do real work. So, to take control over our mind, we need to live as if we are in the prehistoric era. And no, I don't mean wearing leaves and going hunting. What I actually want you to do is make your life extremely simple. As the most intelligent species in the whole world, we often have the most complicated brains. We want to process everything, even the things that are just a burden for us. You stress about a relationship, your emotions will control you. You drown into women, lust will take you over. But if you only provide your brain with the things you want it to process, you will be controlling your mind from that point forward. You often ignore your true self when you have too much to process. So, the first thing you need to do is stop stressing over things you can't control, no matter what it is. A relationship, your girlfriend, an ego issue. Just calm it down. You can cry over it and let it go. It doesn't even matter. The second thing is to get yourself indulged in doing something real. If you want to play games, you call your friends over. You can play video games, but this time you will be doing something real, chatting with your friends, creating valuable bonds, and who knows, you will start talking about business. Exercise a lot in the daytime so that you feel exhausted at night. This will force your body to not perform any other actions like watching porn or doom scrolling. When you continuously follow these steps, your brain will automatically reschedule itself to not do anything unreal. This may sound simple, but it's the hardest to implement. Doing real work is often where most people fail, but those who do succeed in it, they can put in hard work in any field of their choice. It may require patience, and it's possible for you to fail, but once you give it practice, time to time, I assure you, you will be ahead of the crowd. The third step you can take is to listen to your own thoughts. Self-belief is rare in today's time. Back in the old age, humans only had their own thoughts, and only those who had real experience gave advice and direction. As social media grew over the past years, we now have multiple channels of information all over it, so we often get confused about whom we should listen to. As this continues, our own thoughts feel like burden to our mind. As a result, we become a direct consumer of thoughts from others, and our self-belief diminishes. Oh me, the person who don't believe in his own. Do you think he will ever have control on his brain? Your brain don't know the meaning of real or fake. It's you who trained him to pursue things as you do. So get going, my friend.